$6 double rally burger with cheese deal. Go ahead, we double beef dare you. Get twice the burgers with double the juicy beef for just $6 of your hard-earned dollars. Plus small fries and a 20-ounce drink for just $3 more. The 2 for $6 double rally burger with cheese deal. Get rallies delivered through our rewards app.
Dear Diary, today we spent the day at the Kentucky Horse Park. There are so many different type of horses. The biggest horse that I ever seen was around in a trolley. Even the cops rode on horses. I met a Kentucky Derby winner and his name was Funnyside. He was my favorite. Who knew they had all these shiny trophies? They gave me a big horse to ride. It was awesome. And I can't wait to go back. What will you experience at the Kentucky Horse Park?
At Don Franklin, we're making it even easier to sell your vehicle with Franklin Fast Cash. Click on Franklin Fast Cash, choose your location, tell us about your vehicle, and get an instant cash offer for your vehicle. Franklin Fast Cash. Fast, easy, instant cash offer for your vehicle. Count on LEX 18 News.
Right now, we're live at the scene of a deadly plane crash in Harrison County. What we know about the incident so far. Plus, eastern Kentuckians dealing with the aftermath of deadly flooding are now facing oppressive heat and humidity. We visit a cooling center set up in Breathitt County. LEX 18 News at 11 starts now. Good evening, I'm Larry Smith. We're following a developing story tonight in Harrison County. One woman is dead, a man seriously injured following a plane crash at the Cynthiana Airport. Police say the plane was trying to land around the time that a storm was moving in. LEX 18's Sean Moody joins us now live with the very latest. Sean?
Yeah, Larry, a sad scene here in Cynthiana. You can see that Piper Cub came to rest upright there on the north side of runway 29 right here at the approach end. There are law enforcement here guarding the scene until investigators arrive. Cynthiana police told us the plane crashed around 5:30 this afternoon. It's a Piper Cub, a single-engine, two-place tailwheel airplane. Police said there were 2 people on board, a man and a woman. They said the plane was trying to land when it went off the runway and rolled over. The woman was killed, and the man was taken to the hospital in serious condition. Now, here's a look at the radar at 5:30 and the time shortly after. You can see that there is a storm approaching the airport from the south. Police believe that may have been a factor here.
My understanding is that the plane was trying to land, and at the same time there was a heavy rain and heavy winds, gusting winds, and although we can just speculate that it being a light aircraft, small single engine, 2-person craft, that wind shear, wind gust, something like that, appeared to have caused the plane to go off the runway.
Police said the FAA has already been out here to the crash site and they'll return tomorrow. The National Transportation Safety Board will also investigate the crash. Ultimately, they will decide what caused it. We can typically expect a preliminary report to come within a couple of weeks. The final report in situations like this often take about a year to come out. Now, so far, authorities here in Cynthiana have not identified either of the people aboard or said which of them was piloting the airplane at the time. Live in Cynthiana, Sean Moody, LEX 18 News.
Okay, Sean. Well, Chief Meteorologist Bill Mack joining us now. As Sean reported, Bill, officials believe that weather may have been a factor in this crash. Take us through what was going on around that time.
Yeah, well, first of all, Sean's a pilot, and so that's maybe an important thing to know. He's got a lot of knowledge on all this. And during our 5:30 newscast, we were actually watching that thunderstorm from Lexington. We were watching it from our WeatherBug camera up there in Bourbon and up into Harrison County. And he was asking at that point, what was the echo tops on? How high was that storm? It's about a 35,000-foot storm. So with that said, what may have been going on, and we'll give you a little meteorology lesson here. We're taking you back to actually 3:30. What I wanted to show you here, the thunderstorms that were coming up from the south, they were at that point over Garrett and Mercer County. But you see that blue line right there, that arcing blue line. That is called an outflow boundary. It's a gust front, essentially. Where the storm is collapsing, it sends out a bit of wind out ahead of it. Sometimes those winds can be fairly strong, and they also help generate new thunderstorms. Now take your focus up here. As we go to 5:30, the storm coming out of Bourbon County into Harrison County, going pretty strong, and that's when we were looking at it during the 5:30 newscast. We could see it plainly, the thunderhead from Lexington. At 5:30, you've got a robust storm. By the time we got you to 6 o'clock, the storm was gone. It had rained itself out. So all that stuff that had been built 30,000 feet up into the atmosphere collapsed. And we even said during the newscast that kind of had the look of a micro or macro burst from that distance we were looking at it. So, again, not saying that was the cause, but I'm saying meteorologically that was what was going on from that 5:30 to 6 o'clock frame. Live look at the max track now. We've got one thunderstorm in progress. Actually went over toward Williamsburg, and the one that had been going up through Monticello here, we will see if it sweeps on in. There it is. Yeah, we've been looking at these up around Science Hill back into western parts of Pulaski County. So a couple thunderstorms. They've got maybe an hour to go before they will run themselves out. Interesting evening. We'll talk more about what's ahead for the rest of the week in a couple minutes.
All right, Bill, thanks for the explanation. We appreciate that. Thousands of people in eastern Kentucky are still without power tonight after last week's devastating floods. And with temperatures rising, the governor is urging flood victims, especially seniors and those who are medically vulnerable, to take care of themselves. LEX 18's Mike Valente wanted to see how people were faring in the heat, and what he found was much more than a cooling center.
The lights are finally on again at Marie Roberts Caney Elementary School. A rare sliver of good news for Breathitt County families desperate for help.
This stuff just came in today, so they're just now really going through it and trying to organize.
Last week, Principal Jason Fugit was overseeing preps for the start of the school year. This week, he's just trying to make sure his students have food to eat.
We've probably actually got more than 100 kids that were affected, and a lot of those lost everything. I mean, no home at all.
You don't have to have a kid in school to be welcomed into the MRC family. Not this week. Donated clothes, toiletries, and canned goods line the hallways for families to grab when they want. And there's a cooling center to escape the heat. AC blasting in the gym. That's where we found Lisa and John Campbell.
It's tragic. I mean, we burn up at night. Hunger is an issue.
The Campbells said they had an uncomfortable stay at one of the shelters in Wolfe County. So despite a power outage, they're back at their home in Lost Creek, where they fled floodwaters last week.
We grabbed the kids, waded through water that was about waist deep.
They did escape, but days later were told they had to evacuate again due to fear of a dam breaking.
My main priority was to get my family out there and keep them safe.
This is Harshal Caney Road, where the Campbells live. You can see some volunteers from Marie Roberts bringing supplies to those who need it most right now. This bridge partially collapsed. The Campbells say some of their neighbors lost everything.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried so much, not for myself, but for everybody else. It's just like when you close your eyes at night, you can still see people's houses.
The heat will soon subside. The Campbells know that. The question is, will the nightmares also fade? In Breathitt County, Mike Valente, LEX 18 News.
Residents, volunteers, and first responders in eastern Kentucky are working in areas that often have no power and no clean running water. Mike Valerio has the latest on rescue efforts and how people within the disaster zone are surviving.
Mass devastation for miles across multiple Kentucky counties, revealing itself as unprecedented floodwaters recede nearly a week after violent storms struck the state.
What can you do when your little town is, your little city's devastated? I mean, it was like a war zone.
The mayor of the hard-hit town of Fleming Neon describes the aftermath she witnessed alongside the police chief.
When I was getting in my car, he said, "It's not pretty. I just want you to be prepared." And I said, okay. Well, I wasn't prepared.
Kentucky's governor is sounding the alarm on the potentially life-threatening temperatures they're now facing, but stresses response teams will not be deterred.
About every 2 miles, there's another place distributing water that people are pulling through, putting supplies in their car. Help has truly shown up, and it's real special to see.
As help pours in, the governor says more than 400 people with nothing left are now living in shelters.
That is only a fraction of the overall number of displaced people. Most are with friends or with family because that's what we do as Kentuckians.
We're not victims here. We're survivors.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
As families are continuing to rebuild after the floods in eastern Kentucky, many are also continuing to reflect on their experiences. The flooding in Isom was a familiar experience for the Taylor family. This mother and son, well, they've lived here for the last 10 years and knew they needed to escape. With the front door blocked, Greg and his mom were able to escape through this window. The two made it upstairs to an apartment up there on the second floor, and that's where they waited several hours for help to arrive.
I had to argue with her to get her to try it because she was terrified. She can't swim. She said, if we go out there, we're going to die. I said, Mom, if we don't try this, we will die.
This family says they will continue to focus on what matters most. They have found another apartment in Isom that is located near where they were living. Former UK quarterback Tim Couch helped share supplies with people in hard-hit Perry County today. Couch was on hand at the ARH Regional Medical Center in Hazard, handing out food and household items to anyone who needs it. Couch was born and raised and lives in eastern Kentucky and says the area has helped him so much.
And I'm so appreciative of this area. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to give back and do as much as I possibly can to help. So it's very sad. It's very devastating what's happened here. And I think everyone just chips in and does a little bit. It goes such a long way to get people back to normal.
The president of the hospital says they are still missing 2 of their staff members, and 163 have lost their homes due to the flooding. We want to remind you that the Kentucky Flood Relief Drive continues. We were honored to join Coach Cal and the men's basketball team, thousands of fans, and the Red Cross at the live telethon in Rupp Arena last night. We saw so many people and companies stepping forward with generous donations, including $350,000 from former Cat star Anthony Davis. In all, there's been more than $3.1 million raised for the cause. And you can still donate online at lex18.com/Kentucky Flood Relief. Remember that every little bit helps. A radio program that broadcasts around the world is staying in Lexington. Details on the new agreement between Wood Songs and the Lyric Theater. Once again, BBN, you have done it. Thank you so much for helping the flood victims of eastern and southern Kentucky.
The need is great. People have lost so much, but they haven't lost hope because of you.
Thank you, and continue to keep giving.
Hi, Shane Huffman with the Neil Huffman Automotive Group. If you're currently considering selling your vehicle, then the time to act is now. There has never been a better time to receive top dollar for your vehicle than there is today. All you got to do is visit us at neilhuffman.com. Huffman has it.
Kentucky's country music capital, Renfro Valley, is open and celebrating our 83rd year. Enjoy headliner concerts and star-studded performances in our state-of-the-art new barn theater. For ticket or show information, call or visit renfrovalley.com.
How's it working out with Benny here at the credit union?
Yeah.
I'll be right with you, man. My bad.
Benny's better at football. We're better at banking.
He's working out, in a sense.
UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
Grandma? Up for a road trip? Yeah.
What do you say we pack our things and get out of here? I've been saving all my life just to disappear. Can I hold you to that? We could see the world. 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 See the world.
Plan your trip at ohio.org.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Leaving a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
LEX 18 Storm Tracker weather in partnership with Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance.
Certainly appreciate the explanation earlier of what was going on, but there's a lot of other stuff happening out there right now.
There is indeed. And the explanation we gave, we're not saying that's the cause.
Right.
But again, meteorologically, this was what was going on at the time. Yeah. So, again, you see what's going on with these thunderstorms. They collapse out. We're going to look at it again here. At 11:15, you are seeing that there are some thunderstorms across southern Kentucky. These have migrated out of Tennessee. They should be running out of go-go juice here just about any time. So 11:15, you've got storms in Pulaski County. You've got one over in Greene County that might clip Campbell's. Well, these are moving north. So Science Hill, you've got still a little lightning and thunder going on. The storms have gone by Somerset. Stronger storm is in Whitley County. Quite a bit of lightning with that, and this is west of I-75, about even up there with Williamsburg. So again, these are decent little thunderstorms, but again, should begin to lose their oomph as they continue coming north. So we'll take you back to 3:30, and again, you see the storms that were down there along Harrington Lake. As we stop that area, okay, we're talking about that arcing. You saw that right in there, that blue arc. That's the outflow. That's a gust front. So as these storms are collapsing, so what you've built up as it comes down has to go somewhere, and it goes out. In fact, it was just about a circle, and this is also the genesis for storms in Fayette County, also ones in Madison County, because again, it goes out in a circle from that parent thunderstorm. And again, the other new storms coming up out of Tennessee, but again, should be losing their oomph here. A lot more storms around tomorrow. Today, these storms were just isolated. We had a 10% storm chance. That's what you saw there. But tomorrow, much more likely. The atmosphere is just moisture laden. They are going to have a lot of water to work with, so locally heavy rain is going to be a possibility. And the thing is, the 8-day is full of days like that. Tomorrow, we do have at least a slight risk of rains that could cause some flooding, and that covers a good chunk of the area. The flood zone in the southeast, it's a marginal risk, and then on Friday, everyone has that same marginal risk. Don't be surprised if that gets upgraded as we head on into Friday, as storms are going to be likely, but there is just so much moisture in the air. Over the next 7 days, the thing you take away from this, don't look at the absolute raw numbers, which in a lot of places are over a couple inches in 7 days, but the fact that it's possible and it could end up in places where we can't have it. In southeast Kentucky. And so we'll keep an eye on that over the coming couple of days. But you see, rain is likely pretty much every day. Now, it doesn't rain necessarily every day at your house, but boy, there are going to be storms nearby, and any one of those will have locally heavy rain to work with, and a lot of lightning from the storms as we go through the next few days. Some good news here on the power outage map. Everybody's now below 10%. So again, we are seeing that improvement. But the heat advisory will continue for tomorrow in the flood zone just because of the lack of electricity and lack of air conditioning in a lot of places. So folks who are doing the cleanup know that they need to take a little extra care and stay hydrated. Heat index values, obviously, we've dropped back into the 70s on those, so not so, it's an evening time here. We're going to watch that front dropping southward. As it does, showers and thunderstorms will be increasingly likely along it. For us tomorrow morning, we start out with sunshine, good southerly wind, but it will be a muggy morning. We get you into the middle of the morning into the afternoon. Thunderstorms begin to break out, but look at how they become more numerous by the time we get you to 3 o'clock. Any one of those is going to have a real heavy downpour with them. We continue then to 6 o'clock, same idea. Locally heavy downpours, strong storms, they will be a possibility. We get into Friday morning, it's more of the same. Showers and thunderstorms will be likely. Any one of those is going to have locally heavy rain as well. Can't rule out a stronger thunderstorm tomorrow. Tonight, storms will end, clearing, low 70s tomorrow. Let's go with partly to mostly cloudy. Thunderstorms reform, some locally heavy, will be in the upper 80s, low 80s. Thunderstorms likely on Friday, some sun Saturday, but thunderstorms continue likely. Lesser chance on Sunday, and the rain chances go all week.
Nursing and healthcare degrees are in demand more than ever to meet current job growth. Midway offers Central Kentucky's most affordable tuition rates, and our accelerated program puts your degree within reach. Apply at midway.edu.
Do you want some more? You want it? We need a hustle, 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 hustle. Yeah, you don't need fresh air. Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Do you want some more?
Wait till you see me on the downhill.
See you at home.
Real luxury, real confidence. Enjoy advanced safety at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Here's what people are saying about a state tree service.
They're honest, have experienced staff, fair rates, and I trust the quality of their work.
They were professional and courteous, and cleanup of the job site was great.
They are prompt,
reliable, and they always make sure I'm satisfied, which is why when I have tree care needs, I call Estate Tree Service.
Our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair price to Central Kentucky. Go online or give us a call for a free quote.
People often ask me, how much do I have to pay you up front to be my lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. Personal injury, car crash, slip and fall, free unless we win. We never take a fee unless we win your case. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
P-Rats went to every mattress vendor demanding lower prices. And guess what? We got them. Save $1,000 on a Sealy Queen set, only $9.99. Plus, get a free power base upgrade. Free bed in a bag, including comforter, sheet set, and 2 pillows, plus free delivery. Save $600 on an Ashley Plush Queen set. Just $5.99 with a free power base upgrade. And get up to 3 years interest-free. Better financing, bigger selection, faster delivery.
Nobody beats P-Rats. Don't miss the Lake Area's largest and longest-running arts and crafts festival in Grand Rivers, Kentucky, Labor Day weekend. Crafters and artists showcased from all over the United States. A large variety of specialty food vendors. The best in live entertainment all 3 days. It all happens in Grand Rivers, Kentucky, Labor Day weekend. Don't miss it.
Nursing and healthcare degrees are in demand more than ever to meet current job growth. Midway offers Central Kentucky's most affordable tuition rates, and our accelerated program puts your degree within reach. Apply at midway.edu.
LEX 18 News is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Indiana Republican Congresswoman Jackie Walorski died in a car crash this afternoon in Elkhart County. That's in northern Indiana. 2 of her staff members were also killed in that crash. The Elkhart County Sheriff's Office says a car veered over the center line and collided head-on with Walorski's SUV. The driver of the other car was also killed. Walorski was from South Bend and was first elected to Congress in 2012. She was running for a 6th term this fall. Representative Walorski was 58 years old. Abortions are once again illegal with very few exceptions across Kentucky. But the ACLU and Planned Parenthood have asked the state Supreme Court to restore abortion access while their lawsuit moves through the courts. 2 Kentucky abortion bans went into effect when the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade this summer. Then a Kentucky judge issued an injunction halting the bans until a legal decision could be made. The Attorney General asked the appeals court to reconsider. A judge threw out the injunction Monday, meaning abortion is illegal in Kentucky again. Planned Parenthood and the ACLU are now asking the Kentucky Supreme Court to consider the lawsuit and block the laws again. There's no timeline on that decision. Kansas voters heading to the polls last night and decided to protect abortion rights under that state's constitution. This was the first public vote on abortion rights since the Supreme Court's decision. The amendment would have added new language saying the Constitution does not grant the right to an abortion in Kansas. Nearly 60% voted against that amendment. Election officials say the measure was likely a big reason for heavy turnout of Democratic and unaffiliated voters in the normally conservative state. Kentucky voters will be facing a similar question soon. Lawmakers passing a bill this year putting a new constitutional amendment up for a vote this November. Kentuckians will vote yes or no to a new amendment declaring there is no right to abortion access in Kentucky. If the amendment is approved, it would likely be a major blow to the ongoing lawsuits from the ACLU and Planned Parenthood, who argue that abortion access is guaranteed by the Constitution's right to privacy. Well, state police have found an escaped Madison County inmate. State troopers found 43-year-old Billy Lowe in Knox County this afternoon. Lowe was serving time for making meth. He walked away from the Bluegrass Career and Development Center on Sunday. There's no word on additional charges that he could now face. The Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour will continue to broadcast around the world from the Lyric Theater right here in Lexington. This morning, Mayor Linda Gorton joined Councilmember James Brown, folk singer Michael Jonathan, and the director of the Lyric Theater to announce the signing of a new contract. It'll allow the radio program to continue taping at the Lyric for another 5 years. For the past 10 years, the theater has been the spot people gather every Monday to listen to grassroots music from all over the planet, and now that will continue.
We want to be an extension of the community because we want the community to continue to feel at home here. And understand that we have African American artists and we're folk artists and things that come to this program. So we want everyone in this community to be a part of Wood Songs, to be a part of this theater. And we want you to continue to support us in every way that you can.
Wood Songs is volunteer-run and airs on more than 500 radio stations in more than 177 countries around the world. It can also be seen on public TV stations across the country and on cable network RFD TV. Well, coming up, Eli has a recap on a few things from today's media day for the Kentucky football team, including Will Levis's run-in with former Kentucky quarterback legend Tim Couch. Hear what he had to say about that next in sports.
Hey everyone, tonight we have an all-new show. Kevin Bacon will be joining us. Joe Coy will be here. Plus we'll have Santa from Catherine Blanford. And we debut our new music video, Coastal Grandma, featuring Jane Fonda, tonight.
It's an all-new Tonight Show.
Black Soil KY invites you to discover and explore Kentucky farms, farmers, and makers. Travel across the region as we visit local Kentucky farms and see where your farm share produce is tended to and plucked from the ground with care. Your visit will include transportation, guided farm tour, and 3-course farm-to-table dinner experience. For ticketing details and event dates, visit blacksoilky.com/events.
For 45 years now, Ford F-Series has had the #1 position locked up. And during the summer sales event at your local Ford dealer, you can lock down a great deal thanks to this limited time offer. When you pre-order a 2023 F-150 at your local Ford store, you can lock in 2.9% financing for 60 months. So no matter what interest rates do, you're locked in. For the best deals on America's best-selling trucks, visit your local Ford store today, where there's always more in store.
A warm DQ biscuit. A sizzling Purnell sausage patty. This sausage biscuit sandwich is the ultimate breakfast. A warm DQ biscuit. A sizzling Purnell sausage patty. This sausage biscuit sandwich is the ultimate breakfast. Whoa, deja vu. Oh wait, you get both. Deja biscuits. Stop by today to get the DQ sausage biscuit twin pack. DQ. Happy tastes good.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right. It's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers fast speeds for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here. Here! Yeah! And here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe. Online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted.
Oh, he's good. Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
Welcome back. Mark Stoops opened his Media Day press conference saying today was the best first practice he's had in the 10 years he's been here. That raised some eyebrows in a good way. When asked what specifically made him say that, he mentioned how clean practice was on both sides of the ball, execution, and knowing what to do. With 59 wins under his belt, Stoops is 2 wins away from becoming the all-time winningest coach in program history. It's been quite the journey. He said there's been some good wins and moments over the years, but what's really stood out to him during his tenure?
As I was talking with the team yesterday and with the staff, you know, we in football and probably most businesses, we learn by mistakes. You know, those scars really stick out to us. And so we tried not to ever let those same mistakes happen again. And I remember a lot of those. so I seem to remember those more than the wins.
Arguably the most popular guy on campus, Will Levis, poised to answer the all-hype stuff that he's getting this season as QB1. Been a busy offseason for Will. He's been to the Masters, the Kentucky Derby, has several NIL deals, even had a chance to play some golf with Wildcat legend Tim Couch, a moment he'll cherish for a long time.
For one, I mean, I think I'm in pretty good shape, but he put me to shame like that. That was one thing I took away from him for sure. But no, he's been in the position that I'm in now, and to kind of pick his brain about how to kind of approach the process and focus on what really matters, focusing on the team and not really thinking about any of the individual stuff, which I think I've done a great job of. But other than that, just being someone for me that I can just kind of know I can reach out to and just talk to.
The defense has a couple of question marks, particularly in the secondary, but one position group is absolutely stacked. The linebackers, guys like Jordan Wright, Jacquez Jones, DeAndre Square, headline a veteran unit with a splash of promising young talent, not to mention J.J. Weaver, who's poised to be even more dominant this season after leading the team in sacks and interceptions a year ago.
Me, I'm trying to get a Defensive Player of the Year award this year, so I'm trying to take up a lot this year. So my leadership I've been using it a lot. So I've been going to hosting team meetings. I'm leading it, so it's a big step. I'm trying to up a notch for sure.
Cool moment here. Chris Oates was in Jersey today taking pictures with his fellow linebackers and the entire team. The UK linebacker who suffered a stroke in May of 2020 has been working hard recently down in Florida to continue his recovery. The UK linebacker would be a super senior this season. Be right back.
Field and Main Bank presents Flights Between Fountains, Saturday, August 27th in Triangle Park. Sample a variety of wines from Kentucky wineries, along with delicious food and live entertainment. Flights Between Fountains. Tickets and details at downtownlex.com.
Recycle right, Central Kentucky. Put aluminum and steel cans, plastic bottles and jugs, and glass bottles and jars in your curbside recycle bin. Disposable baking trays, aluminum foil, and solo cups belong in the trash. Visit lexingtonky.gov/recycle for more info.
There's no better way to break in a new home than by baking cookies. But don't just take my word for it. This is my taste test. But you don't just have to settle for a mass-produced cookie-cutter mortgage when it comes to buying a home. You want something homemade, just for you. UK Federal Credit Union. A better mortgage, better cookies.
This is a story of first downs and second chances.
I wanted to keep playing, but my feet hurt.
You'd think all those big league experts could have helped.
You have access to anything, but none of it worked.
His football career ended, but his plantar fasciitis pain didn't. Till he found the Good Feet store.
I got fitted for my arch supports. Let me tell you something. They work.
Now, he recommends Good Feet to
anybody. If you move, go to the Good Feet store.
See for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
I am a real customer of Bryant Heating and Cooling, and I have been now for 11 years. Why do I do this? Because Bryant has always been here for me. I've had units go down, but when I called them, they were here, and they never left my home until I was comfortable. My system gets regular maintenance to keep it running efficiently. I know that my air conditioner is going to perform its best, even in the worst conditions. But if it doesn't, Bryant will be here. That's why I do this.
Dear Diary, today we spent the day at the Kentucky Horse Park. There are so many different type of horses. The biggest horse that I ever seen was around in a trolley. Even the cops rode on horses. I met a Kentucky Derby winner and his name was Funnyside. He was my favorite. Who knew they had all these shiny trophies? They gave me a big horse to ride. It was awesome. And I can't wait to go back. What will you experience at the Kentucky Horse Park?
Some things aren't worth putting off, like your car insurance. Good thing we're here to remind you.
Recycle right, Central Kentucky. Never put garden hoses in your curbside recycle bin. They harm equipment at the recycle center. Instead, put them in the trash. Find a complete list of items that can be recycled in your curbside bin at lexingtonky.gov/recycle.
We still have a few isolated storms in southern Kentucky, Pulaski, Rockcastle, Whitley counties. Those are dying now. Your day tomorrow, though, will feature a dry beginning to the day. Temperatures start out in the mid-70s. We'll get middle upper 80s tomorrow afternoon, but you see how the thunderstorm chances ramp up as we roll through the afternoon. Any one of those, locally heavy rain.
More rain possible. Well, thanks for watching. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you back here at sunrise. Have a great night.
LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device.